Hey guys, we're back. We're doing a New York style cheesecake today. We're at Granny Peach's kitchen with Chris and Blair. We have the ingredients, which is the vanilla extract, the Philadelphia cream cheese, the Keebler cream, graham cracker, crust all broke up. We have sour cream. We have the sour cream is 1 tablespoon. The cream cheese we're using 8 ounces. The cup of sugar is just that, a cup of sugar. We have 3 tablespoons of flour. We have 4 eggs. All of your ingredients will be at room temperature. We have a tablespoon of the vanilla extract. I use cinnamon, that's optional for the graham cracker crust. I use a teaspoon of that. We have 3 teaspoons, excuse me, I'm sorry. We have 3 tablespoons of sugar for this. I'm thinking it's a little less than that. But I think it's 3. I used 3, but I was only supposed to use, I'm sorry, I was only supposed to use 2. But the 3 that I used was because I'm making some minis. So the ingredients for this crust calls for 1 cup of graham cracker crust. It calls for a teaspoon of cinnamon. It calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar and 3 tablespoons of butter. But again, I'm making minis, so we're going to use a little bit more. We have 4 eggs that we're going to put in one at a time. And here, Chris has already mixed up the Philadelphia cream cheese. It's 5 of the 8 ounces. He's already mixed those up. It's really 4 for you guys, but for me, it's 5 because I'm doing minis. So he's already mixed up the sugar and the cream cheese. So now we're going to mix in, excuse me, now we're going to mix in the eggs one at a time. So I'm going to put 1 egg in and let him mix. And then, 1 second please. And then he's going to come back after we mix in all 4 of the eggs, so you guys don't have to hear the mixing machine go. Okay, see you back in a few. So this is the consistency that you should be looking for. It's like, it looks like cake batter a little bit. And then at this point, we're going to put in the vanilla. Make sure you get all of that in. Mine is a little thick, so as soon as he mixes this up, we'll come right back. Just to let you know, you could use a whisk. It's probably best with this one after you beat the cream cheese anyway, because that's enough, Chris. Because if you start getting bubbles, then you might end up with a cracked cheesecake. So you really don't want that. So the best thing to do is to stop and beat with a spoon or a whisk. You can whisk from that point. So we're going to pour in the flour. That's our next ingredients. And the flour, it kind of keeps everything together. But again, like I said before, you don't want to beat this cheesecake too much, because if you beat it too much, what'll happen is it'll start getting bubbles
and it'll crack.
And it'll crack. He might have needed to use that the whisk, the mixer. We were using a hand mixer because I didn't feel like doing all of that to bring the big one out. We're only baking a cheesecake tonight. If we were baking a lot more, but you know, I'm showing you that you can do this with the whisk. You can do it with a spoon. You can do it with a hand mixer or a big mixer. It's up to you what you want to use. It's up to you what you have. And so he's mixed that all together. That's enough, Chris. He's mixed that all together, and you see it's, you know, lump free at this point. It was looking pretty lumpy for a second there, but it's pretty much lump free. And at this point, we're going to just fold in our sour cream. That's at room temperature, our 1 cup of flour. So we'll be right back. I'm going to show you what I mean when I say fold it in.
Guys, now we have the original Cooking with Granny.
Okay, guys. So now we're going to take and mix in our sour cream, but we're going to take and fold this in because we don't want to beat it anymore. We've beaten it a lot, and we just want to fold this in. Just mix it all in. You fold it in, and you make sure that all of the sour cream is mixed in, all of it. If it clumps and breaks, you just mix it, still mix it. And you mix this until it's smooth. And I'll come right back. You don't want to mix it too. You can mix it with your mixer too. It's up to you how you mix it. But I'm going to go ahead and finish folding it in. But again, like I told you and explained to you before, that if you beat it too hard, too much, you're going to end up with that crack. Hi, we're back. As Chris talks about me pretty bad, talk about spades is an old lady game, but he sure did take heed of it. Okay, so we have a cup. We're going to just call it a cup. We have a cup of graham cracker crust, and we have 2 tablespoons of sugar. We have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. This cinnamon is optional. I like cinnamon. My kids like cinnamon. I like it in there. One of my friend's mother used to use cinnamon in hers, and that's where I got that from. And she was a chef, so evidently she did something right. So we're gonna mix this together as such, and then we're gonna add the butter in. Excuse me, Chris. Pull it back a little bit, son. Pull it back a little bit, son. There we go. Make sure you get all of that butter in there. This is 3 tablespoons of butter. That's what we're going to call it for everyone else that's watching. That's exactly the mixture for your one cheesecake. So mix that up like this. Make sure all of it gets butter on it. And it makes it easy and pliable when you're getting ready to put it in your graham cracker for graham cracker crust. So I'm going to get to that part in a second. And you're just going to stick it in the oven on 325 for 10 minutes for your crust, so it can harden just a little bit. And then when you take it out, you can pour your cream cheese mixture in. And then stick it in the oven for 50 minutes. And you'll be done. And then you let it sit. We'll be right back. So now it's time to pack your mixture in the pan. And what I do is pack it hard at the bottom. And I like mine to come up around the side a little bit. You make sure you pack the bottom really well. And you just pack and pack and pack until the bottom is completely packed. And then you can take some of the other up around the edge. Like I said, I did a little more than a cup. So I used some of my mixture for my others. You don't, but I will. So we're going to get back to this cup and just do it at the cup point. So you won't have it all up around the edges. But if you want yours up around the edges, like I sometimes do with my New York style cream cheesecake, you can do 1.5 cups of the graham cracker crust with 5 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And the cinnamon, again, is optional. However, once you have it, you're not going to like it any other way if you like anything about cinnamon. So I'm going to stick this in the oven for 10 minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, hey guys, the stuff, when you pull it out the oven, your crust should pretty much look like this. Let it cool off for a second to touch before you put your crust in. Before you put your cream cheese mixture in. And you're gonna oops, let me smash this one a little bit more because it was a little cream cheese. You're gonna fill it up here.
Still more in there.
No, the other is for my minis. I know what I'm doing. Long story short, this is how you do it. I do me a little design in the middle just in case it's a mixture for try to, if it's any bubbles, please bust them because they're gonna put a hole in your cheesecake, and I'm hoping that this won't, because when Chris was beating, he didn't realize that thing was going so fast. I did, and I done got some crust on here. Didn't realize it was going so fast, but it was. And so therefore, I'm hoping that this one won't crack, because it was a lot of blending as opposed to what I usually do when I blend. So if you have to blend, make sure that you don't blend at a high rate, and make sure that when you do blend it up, you do your 4 eggs separate. And if you start seeing bubbles, make sure you grab a whisk or a spoon and mix up the rest so that you won't end up having issues later. See you back in a few. Hey guys, I forgot to tell you one thing. This is a spring foam pan. Sorry, my words is getting tied up. It's a little late for me. It's after my 9 o'clock go to bed time. So anyway, make sure you put it in the spring foam pan, sorry, and make sure, because of the butter at the bottom, that you put it either on a piece of foil or you put it on a pan if you have a pan big enough to fit it, and put it in the middle of your oven so that it can circulate. Put it on 325 and put it in the oven for 45 to 50 minutes. I'm going to put it in at 40, start watching it at 40, and then I'll let you guys know how long I had to leave it in my oven. Guys, we're back. The cheesecake is done. I'm still praying that it won't crack. You're not to move it until it's done. Leave the oven open, pull a pan a little further to the front, or you could take it all the way out. I wouldn't move it personally right now. I just leave my stove open and let it cool all the way off, and then remove it from there, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and you got yourself something good. See you in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back. I wanted you all to see what I was saying as far as the cooking. You want to leave the middle part where all around the edges is really done. You see how it's done? You see how I got close to the middle to be cooked? Leave the center a little bit undone, only because... Hey guys, we're back. So we let these cool off for the overnight, and we're back today with it. We got the minis, and then we got the big cheesecake in the middle. And what you do is, which I've already done for most of the minis, is you take your knife. Come on in here, Chris. You take your knife and you go across the edge before you open it so it doesn't split it. Go across the edge of the cheesecake. Now you can do it for 4 hours, or you can do it for overnight. It's up to you how long you leave it in the refrigerator. It's not gonna hurt it at all. And then, because it's a spring foam pan, just open it up and voila, you have a cheesecake. So, of course, you go across and knock these little pieces down. Get the little pieces off the edges. And then we're going to decorate the cheesecake. I'm trying to see what flavor we're going to make the big one. But for the minis, we're going to do different flavors. And we'll be back. Hey guys, we're back with these cheesecakes. We gave the boys a mini, and they're going to decorate them themselves. So let them get started and do their thing. They wanted to make turtle cheesecake tonight, so I'm gonna let them decorate their own. Don't overdo it with the toppings, boys, because y'all just gonna let it sit there and rot. Blair, you gotta move that around while you squirting it, baby, because it's gonna come out in big lumps. There we go. Good job. Go ahead.
I don't think it's trying to come out.
You need some help?
I made 12.
You made 12?
Yeah. Wow, bro.
Is that 12? Or is that 21?
It's 12, 21.
Oh boy, get out of here. What the heck? Okay, so you need the chocolate and Blair need to pass. He need to give you the chocolate. That's enough chocolate, monkey.
What? I didn't even get to the point.
You can put some more on there if you want to. Put you some caramel on there. You like caramel. Turn it around the other way.
This way. Okay.
They, of course, have washed their hands and they working on their stuff to make the turtle cheesecake. Blair is not a cheesecake fan, but he's going to try it out for today and see.
Oh, yay. Caramel.
Okay, well, don't put it in one spot, monkey. Move it around so you'll have some all over it. Okay. And so they got pecans, and then we'll get them a little whipped cream.
Pecans?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Come on, guys. Y'all take it too long.
You gotta eat me a pecan.
Boy, come on. You take it too long. Come on with it.
I'm waiting for the chocolate, Granny.
Okay, Chris, you almost done with the chocolate.
Then I take all the whipped cream.
Why you keep turning it back that way? It's not going. That chocolate is not going to work going that way.
And I'll push it out.
Sorry.
I
Sorry, guys. These guys taking a minute to do this.
I think I'm overdoing it with the caramel.
Okay, that's enough caramel there. Boy, what in the hey? You know what?
Granny, you can't talk about it because
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's
just some
enough.
more caramel. Yours is like
No, that's enough. Don't put another drop of caramel. I said no. Okay, y'all about to see them get the whiplash up in here. All right. Okay, so now we doing the whipped cream.
Can I make my whipped cream? Oh.
Uh-oh, that didn't turn out too good.
Can I get a cherry?
No, we're not doing all of that tonight. Oh, Granny hands stopped working. Wait a minute. My hands ain't doing too good.
They're just scaring down the wood.
Uh-oh. I done had my hands. I've seen better days. Sorry. Sorry, fellas. Okay. Let me see how y'all like this with all this mess on it.
You can need some more caramel.
No, you're not getting another drop of caramel or another drop of that. Come on, let's go.
I need some more whipped cream.
You're not...
Because you barely put stuff.
And me too.
No, brother, she put a lot on you.
Okay, there we go. Now beat it. Come on now, try it. If you're going to eat some, eat some. If you're not, not, because it's about to die here. Chris, turn around. Let me see what you got going on.
Good.
Your eyes rolling in the back of your head, monkey.
What the? Yeah, they are.
Okay, well, Chris, Blair, if you don't eat it, I'm going to turn it on off.
I'll eat it when it's off.
Boy, go ahead and taste it and see if you like it. Please, sir, and thank you. We're not waiting all night for this one. I don't know why you give me a hard time every time we do a video. Let's go. Come on with it. I'm not laughing.
I gotta finish eating my pecan.
Blair, 1, 2, 3. Stuff it. There we go. You still not a cheesecake fan? I know you like your 7-Up cake.
No. But it's good.
It's good?
I need to get some chocolate though.
Okay. Well, you got chocolate on there. But okay. Thank you. So is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down? If you don't like it, Blair, you can set thumbs down because you're not a cheesecake fan. You should have just not ate it. Guys, here's my turtle cheesecake. And I'm going to eat this all by myself.
And me too.
No, just me. All by myself.